How to use Clubhouse rooms and clubs. Now that you know how to use the basic features of Clubhouse, it is time to learn how to use rooms and clubs. This is really where the magic happens in the app. To put rooms in perspective, imagine attending a large convention and being able to see different conversations going on in different rooms. Clubhouse attempts to emulate this scenario. Viewing Clubhouse rooms. You can stroll down these imaginary corridors and see various rooms right from your hallway. Each room has a name, and you can check out some of the people in each room. It is also possible to see who the speakers are and the total number of people in a room. All of the rooms that appear in your hallway are public. They are available for anyone to enter. Alternatively, you can create a private room where you can invite one or more of your connections so that you can talk in private. When you want to invite people to your private room for a chat, you can see who is available right now by swiping left on your hallway. You will see everyone available here and whether they are online or not and which rooms they are in if they are in a room. There are different roles that you can play in rooms. An app listener. When you first become a member of Clubhouse, you will be a listener. You will not have access to a microphone in a room, but you will be able to listen to room conversations as they unfold. It's a good idea to become a member of the audience at first so that you get a feel for everything. While you are listening in a room, you can always tap on anyone else in the room, either a speaker or audience member. The reason for doing this is that you may want to follow up with them and make a connection afterwards. As a listener or a member of the audience, you will see an All Rooms option that you can tap on the top of your screen. This will take you back to your hallway where you can check out other rooms that have started without having to leave your current room. This is a really good feature of Clubhouse. You are able to minimize the Clubhouse app and do other things without having to give up your place in a room. The conversation will continue as you are doing other things, so you will not miss out on anything. Clubhouse speaker. As a speaker in a Clubhouse room, you will have the ability to use your microphone and mute it as necessary. While there is another person speaking, it is always courteous to put your microphone on mute. If you leave your microphone unmuted, then there may be background noises that will distract the speaker. After you have finished your speaking session, be sure to wait for a couple of seconds before muting your microphone. The last thing that you want to do is cut off the end of your speech, which is possible because there could be a lag between you and the people that are listening to you. A moderator will run each room, and there are likely to be different rules applied depending on the subject matter. If the room is very large, then the moderator is likely to only invite a limited number of people to the stage. They will probably request that you keep any comments or questions down to a couple of minutes. It is important that every question is addressed in a room and the moderators have the control to move you back into the main audience after you have asked your question and received an answer. They will then move on with the next question. Interviews tend to take place in smaller rooms. In this scenario, it is likely that you will only be able to listen to the interview. A moderator can also make the room more open by inviting the entire audience to the stage so that they can speak in turn. Room moderators. If you want to be a moderator of a Clubhouse room, then you have two options available. 1. Start your own new room. 2. Have a moderator in an existing room you are in upgrade you from a speaker to a moderator. As a moderator, you will be able to do the following. Allow or not allow members of the audience to raise their hands to speak. Invite anyone from the audience to speak. Accept requests from audience members to speak. Upgrade other speakers to moderators. Mute the microphones of other speakers. Move speakers back to the main audience. When you are a room moderator, you can help to direct the tone of the conversation. You will have a strong influence over the conversation and the energy generated within the room. It is important that you make the right decisions as a moderator. Are you going for a structured or an open room? What criteria will you use to select new speakers? It can be a big commitment being a moderator, as you will need to be available in the room for as long as it remains open. You can play your part by reviving a flagging conversation by inviting questions. If your room is getting a bit chaotic, then you can bring order to it to maintain the audience. Stages in a room. You need to be aware of the different stages in a room. When you first enter, you will see the owner of the room, the moderators, and the speakers near the top. This is the main stage. All of the speakers here will share the main stage. Directly below the speakers on the main stage is the first row of the audience. This has a name followed by the speakers. This stage will highlight members who have already had interactions with the speakers and have begun to build relationships. Below this front row, you will see the remainder of the audience. These are the other people in the room that are just listening to the conversation. A phrase that you will need to get used to is pull to refresh or PTR. This is because Clubhouse allows people to just drop in and chat whenever they want. Another reason for this phrase is when a speaker has temporarily changed their profile picture to show another image, which is important for the room. A moderator will call out PTR so that you can pull down the room screen to refresh it with what is currently going on. Clubhouse Clubs. A club is a community set up on Clubhouse. It is possible to start a room with a club as either a private or public event. Only club members will be permitted to attend a private room. Anyone can join a public room. If you want to create your own club, then you have to commit to hosting a minimum of one recurring conversation. You can host as many conversations as you want that are not recurring. To make a club founder request, you have to host your first 3 recurring meetups and then fill out a specific request to start your own club. 4 different types of club membership. The founder. This is the owner of the club. As a founder, you can change the description of a club and the club rules. You can also invite members to join your club without the need to make a request or wait for approval. Admin. A club founder can appoint other admins. A club admin can approve new members and remove existing ones. They can also open private or public rooms. Members. A member is someone that has been approved to join the club. As a member, you can create a private room but not a public one. They can nominate other members of Clubhouse to join the club and also participate in public and private rooms. Followers. A club follower is not an official member. They can follow the activities of a club, but they will not be able to create any rooms. Followers receive notifications about any public rooms that the founder or admin schedule. At the moment, Clubhouse only permits their members to open one club at a time. They do this because they do not want members to spread themselves too thinly. It is also to avoid clubs becoming dormant. The waiting time to establish a new club is around 2 weeks. In the next video, we will discuss how to set up your Clubhouse profile.